My name's Patrick Davidson. I own a company called Stu Davidson & Sons in partnership with my brother. So outside of Stu Davidson & Sons, for me, I have a lot of other passions, the biggest of which is aviation. I am a Red Bull athlete and I'm also a race pilot for WCAR, which is World Championship Air Race. Crossways Aero Estate for me was sort of a pipe dream initially. Dr. Chris Mulder and myself were introduced to one another, and I sort of threw the idea out there. And he's the type of person that if you give him a lead, he runs with it. I really wasn't expecting anything, and he made another follow-up call. And before I looked again, we were speaking every other night, and SMSing and WhatsApping and emailing, and it's all sort of coming to fruition. We sort of allowed for 19 plots, which was sort of to the northern side of the current Crossways. And those 19 plots were, before we looked again, were only 10 left, and then 5. And the people that have gotten involved in this Aero Estate, or that have shown interest, are people that are involved in aviation, some as a profession, some as just a sort of a hobby or a fun thing to do. And the people see the benefit in being able to have a 1 kilometer by 20 meter wide runway in your backyard and be able to taxi into your house, put your sort of plane away in the garage. And when we looked at Crossways Aero Estate, there was obviously a big concern with regards to the flora and fauna, and what it would do by having a runway, and obviously the birds, the avian population as well. Some of people stress concerns about having bird strikes, others about having wind interference from the mountain being so close by. So we put a lot of time and effort into doing sound studies. We did our due diligence with regards to how many bird strikes have been reported, what the impact would be not only on the bird life but the risk of the pilot and the people living in the area as well, which could have obviously offered a safety concern for them. And I tell you, it was 12 months worth of tests and investigations and inspections and everything. But we sit here now with the stamped approval from the EIA, the CAA, the local municipalities, and so they're happy, so we're happy. Johannesburg sort of has quite a few of these type of aero estates, not necessarily like Crossways where it's completely off grid and got the cows cruising around and get fresh milk and whatnot. It also opens up another whole opportunity for people living in Johannesburg, Durban, Cape Town or wherever, the ability to send their kids to Woodridge, have a house and a hangar here whereby they can fly in and have accessibility to all the amenities close by, as well as being able to come and watch their kids play sport on the weekend and leave on Sunday back to wherever they came from. For us, it's quite a cool comparison to have something like that in the Eastern Cape, where you can have an exclusive aero estate, which is in a secured estate with the fibre, and have such a cool school like Woodridge down the road. It sort of really does tick all the boxes. For us as a family, Crossways offers everything that we were after. It gives you space, it gives you security, it gives you probably some of the best mountain biking in the country, if not in the world. The feedback that I have gotten from a lot of people is, they come from Cape Town or Knysna or Plet and they ride here, and it's just awesome. I mean, it's comparable to any of the trails that the guys have got in the Western Cape, with the foresight of them, putting light industrial and whether it be small breweries, microbreweries or coffee shops, or whatever else decides to pop its head up at Crossways, eventually being sort of its own little town or rural city or town, whatever you want to call it. We just feel that this is going to be the place to be. You've got J Bay down the road, you've got access to St Francis Bay, and obviously Bay West has been a massive help as well. So for me it was a very attractive opportunity to look at a place like Crossways, and to have a secured estate, which I think most of South Africa is looking at moving to. So I've had a lot of conversations with people, especially my family. I have 2 sisters in Perth. They were pushing quite hard for my brother and I to open a branch of what we do here in Australia. For me personally and my family, we are not moving. I love South Africa. This is our home, and for as long as what we can, I have no intention of moving.